What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and today we're going to be answering a question that came to us from Jessica, and she's having trouble finding love, and she wants to know what is blocking her from finding a new relationship. And we're going to ask the Thelema Tarot. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't care anymore. It's the whatever tarot you wanted to call it. Anyway, today we're going to be asking the tarot cards how Jessica can find love. Now, this is a spread that I adapted from a spread that I found on eclectictarot.com. Go check that out if you're not familiar with it. It's a great resource for all your tarot needs. But yes, this is going to be a 7-card spread, and the question we're going to ask is, what is blocking Jessica from finding love? I think that's going to be a good question for us to ask. So let me shuffle these cards a few times and ask the cards the question in my mind, and we will see what they have to say. Oh, by the way, before we go any further, I've got 3 crystals with me today. They're all spheres. I love spheres so much. We got my sodalite sphere, which I have with me for every single reading because it helps me in ways that you wouldn't even believe. Then I also just thought we should have a rose quartz because this is a spread of love, and rose quartz is the crystal of love, so we'll have that close by. Then I also thought maybe black obsidian would help us today because we're going to be getting down and dirty. We're going to be looking at some shadow aspects perhaps, and so I hope Jessica's ready for this. Okay, we might look at some aspects that are hard to look at, so the obsidian's going to help us look into our darker aspects. Ooh, I love black obsidian. It's so protective and grounding and very good, so we'll have that real close by. Let me just make some space for these cards here. Have you off in the corner. Okay, that works for me. All right, so here we go. Shuffle until I think I've had enough. Whoopsies. All right, I'm ready. Let me cut the deck. Set those aside. All right. 7-card spread. Here we go. Got the devil. Ooh. So you can see. There you go. And 7th card. I know you can't see the last card, but we'll get to that. I'm going to go through these cards one by one. In fact, I can actually do this. There we go. Duh. There we go. Ooh, the world. All right, so we got us a reading. Let me get an overall impression of these cards. See what we got here. I see a lot of cup energy, some pentacle energy, 1 wand energy, a couple major arcana, which signals to me that maybe there's some big issues at play here. So let's get into it. The first card is what's been holding you back from finding love, and we've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, 8 of Cups. This is a beautiful card. Traditionally, this card is about turning away from emotions that no longer serve you, emotions that are old, that you don't want to deal with anymore, and looking for a new emotion. And I think this is saying that this is interesting. Let's get a close-up look. I really like the aesthetics of this card. I think what's been holding you back from finding love is you're not realizing it when it's presented to you. You're always looking for something new and something exciting when perhaps love is in front of you waiting. You just have to realize it. This is not the traditional reading of the card, but I'm getting the strong impression here that you're turning your back on loving emotions, and I think you may have some romanticized version of what a positive relationship can be, and maybe that's stopping you from realizing the potential in relationships that are in front of you. But this could also signal that you're kind of fleeting with your emotions. You're always searching for something else, and I get the sense that looking for something else has kind of stopped you from looking where you are. I guess it's kind of a general statement, but yeah, I get the feeling that you're not really completely and 100% in the present moment, and realizing the love that you have around you already. I know you want to focus on romantic relationships, but in order to open your heart to romantic relationships, you're going to have to open your heart to the love that surrounds you now, and not just from boyfriends, but from your parents and your friends and all the people who love you. And you open your heart to the people who love you, and you'll find that people find it easier to love you back. And so I think this is also saying that you should really be more open to the love you have now, and that will allow love to enter to you into your life. So the second card here is how you can overcome these issues, and we have the Devil. This is a relatively tame devil in this deck, and this card is about vice and releasing yourself from the vices that you shackle yourself with. So I think this is saying that you've been kind of, whether you realize it or not, holding yourself back from finding love through your thought patterns, through your emotional patterns. I think the Devil here is saying that you've been caught up in your own negative emotions for so long that they've become shackles, they've become a prison that you've put yourself in. So I think releasing these negative thought patterns will definitely help you to find love. It's so easy to say, oh, I haven't had a boyfriend in such and such time, I'm never going to have a boyfriend. And that thought right there, it's a thought that just implants itself in your mind, and it just spirals, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes your reality. So in order to get rid of that reality, you're gonna have to break those thought forms that are keeping you in a negative mind state. So that's my biggest advice for you to move forward from this is change your thought patterns and realize that you're holding yourself back. All right, the third card is how you receive love. And we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about fighting. Not really fighting, but, you know, holding people back, holding people off. And this gives me the feeling, the sense that you're not exactly totally receptive to love when it's sent towards you. You're not open and accepting of it. You're more defensive when love comes to you. And again, you have to realize that love comes to you in so many different forms, and if you shut off any of its forms, you know, you're gonna have problems in all different areas of love. So, you know, when you're shut off to love that comes from your friends, you're also shutting yourself off from finding love romantically, because, you know, it's the same heart center that controls these things. So I think in the receiving of love, you've been very defensive and not as open as you should be. You've been maybe you say, when someone sends you love, like, what is their motive? You know, why are they doing this? Instead of saying, oh, that's a beautiful thing, I should reciprocate, you're kind of being maybe skeptical about it. It's like, what are they trying to gain, or something like that? Possibly, I don't know. If it doesn't resonate with you, then move along. You know what I mean? But that's just the sense I get from that card. Alright, next, number 4 is how do you give love? And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is a very good card. To me, this card is saying that you do give a love, and you give it pretty openly, but I get the sense that you give love in more of a material way, maybe more of a physical way, maybe more of a you know, giving people resources or even time is how you show them love. But the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing person. She just does it in a very kind of slow, methodical, earthly way. So you might not give your emotions to someone to show them love. You might not give your thoughts to someone to show them love, but you definitely give yourself, your time, your physical aspects. Physically, I get the sense from this that you do show love well. So I think you do give love, but be sure to give it in many different ways. To give your emotions, share your emotions with people. Even if you think they're negative, you know, it shows that you're open to the transaction, right, of emotions. So, and that'll open up different emotional transactions, so to speak. But yes, you do give love, but consider giving love in different ways that you haven't been giving love in the past, and you might see a change in how you receive love. So the 5th card is what areas you should work on to give and receive love. Ooh, 5 of Cups is another pretty card. So Okay, I think in the giving and receiving of love, I get the sense that you're very focused and kind of centered on negative emotions. What I mean by that is you kind of tend to see the negative side of the situation rather than the positive side. And in order to like, love is a beautiful thing, and in order to give it and receive it, you really can't see the negative aspect of it. I mean, you can't even acknowledge it. I mean, there really is no negative aspect of it except what you've created in your mind. You know, giving and receiving love is the most purest thing in this universe. So there is no negative aspect to it, but you're kind of focused on it. And like I said before, maybe, you know, when you give or when you receive love, there's expectation of something in return. And that is not unconditional love. That's not the type of love that you really want or need, because you want to give and receive love without the expectation of anything, because love is something that you give freely, right? There's no strings attached. There shouldn't be. But so I think thoughts about, you know, the strings attached to love and focusing on those is kind of holding you back, and something you need to work on. Try to give love unconditionally with no thought or any thought of anything in return, and I think that'll help you to become more open emotionally, which will help you to attract a partner. All right, number 6, what you can do to find a partner. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Ooh. To me, this card is saying that you need to put that work in. You need to do the physical work of finding a partner. So you're not going to find a partner by sitting at your house, right? That's just not going to happen. You need to go out there and put in work and really try to mingle. And so I think the biggest thing for you right now, the biggest advice for finding love is to mix it up. You know, go out there and approach people with an open heart, and kind of, you know, really focus on not... that doesn't make sense. Don't focus on the negative aspects of what you think the negative aspects of love are, and focus more on the positive aspects and how good it makes you feel to give and receive love. And just go out there and do the things that are, you know, are gonna actually help you meet someone. Spend time doing things you're passionate about. That's one of the main ways to find a partner, is to, you know, find someone with a passion that's equal to yours. And, you know, whatever your passion is, go out there into the world and do it, and you will meet people who are passionate in the same way that you are, and that will spark some love interest, hopefully, for you. So get out there, go do some work, you know, put in work. That's what the 8 of Pentacles is saying. You need to put the work in to find a partner. They're not just gonna, you know, roll up to you, say, hey, what's up, you know. Maybe they will, but if you want to actively find someone, you're gonna have to go out there. So the last card is the outcome if you make these changes that I've spoken about, and oh my goodness, you got the World. Absolutely fantastic card, great omen, great outcome. So basically, this card is the completion of a process. This card is telling me that if you do the things that I've said, then you will find love in the most blissful way possible. Not just some love that's gonna, you know, let you have fun for a few months. You're gonna find someone that you really connect with, and the World card is one of the most positive cards in the deck. So I think this card is saying, and overall, this spread is telling you that you need to be more aware of the love that surrounds you every single day of your life. And if you focus on the love that surrounds you every single day of your life, then you will open yourself up to the giving and receiving of love, and you will be more open to it, and people will be more readily willing to give it to you. You need to release the prison that you've enslaved yourself in through your own thoughts and your own emotions of negativity. Get rid of that negativity. Is not serving you in any way. It's holding you back. It's keeping you in chains, and you gotta break free from that. So give and receive love without expectation. Do it in different ways. Whatever way you're used to giving love, try something new and see what kind of results that shows. And don't be so defensive when someone wants to show you compassion. You know, just accept it. Realize, at least give them the benefit of the doubt that it's coming from a place of pureness, and put in the work necessary, and just, you know, stay positive, and it will happen for you. Get out there and mingle, and you will meet someone that is a match for you. I mean, that's all it is. It's all just about finding someone who matches you, and, you know, you gotta be open to it in order for you to manifest it, and you have to put in the work to get it. So that is my advice for you, Jessica. I want to thank you for reaching out to me and asking this question. I really do appreciate it. I hope it helped you in some way. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions, or if you want me to clarify anything. You put that in the comment section. I'll reply to that. But that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.